Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Right, it's request day, and today's request only came in last week, but it was so good I couldn't leave it. Had to be done straight away, so we're straight in with a very good map today. And then we're going to have a look at what this mystery asset, what's he about to do, I wonder. And the theme and LUT, it's Fissure, and we'll have a snippet look at that again. Lovely. Right, today's map, the request, Rolling Hedgehogs Coast by Raffa. A very interesting name and understated. About 50% of the map is water, but I'll tell you what, that doesn't matter. The 50% that's land is superb. There's your start square, just off of the main intersection. It's not centered to the map. There's your resources, I approve. Okay, right, let's have a look at the workshop. Realistic temperate theme. Rain day LUT is recommended, which I'm doing, and although it says darker setting, because this is YouTube, I've actually lightened it, because dark and YouTube don't really go that well together unless you're doing some sort of horror movie. This is not a horror movie. This is a lovely, 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 lovely piece of work. Cannot overstate this enough. Not perfect, but do you know what? Probably about as good as we've had so far this year. So sit back and enjoy. Now we've got some very minor glitching between the two highways where they're not quite close enough together. See that? But it's very minor. I'm going to completely overlook that there. If everybody's was like that, I'd accept it. It'd be so good. It'd be so good. Right, the main intersection. We are there. We're at Start Square area. Now look at that. Look at that. Is that not lovely? That's beautifully done. Now we've got two main highways. One goes off to the right. Remember that one, okay? We'll call that Highway 1. We'll take Highway 2 instead, which is this one. Because there's more going wrong with this one than the other one. The other one's a bit too perfect. Now we've got this street lamp almost glitching into the railway. I'm going to let it off because it's not actually obstructing any trains, and you could say that it was actually manufactured to prop out of the side of the bridge there. Clearly not. It is a mistake or an error, but it's not one that affects anything, so therefore I'm letting it go. Now along here we've got a lot of trees that are just glitching through. These aren't too bad here, but there are a few a bit worse. That one there is not too great. And on this side, another one. There's one there looking slightly glitching through the tarmac. It's not awful, okay? It's not awful. It's just, well, if I'm going to fault anybody else, I've got to fault everybody, haven't I? And that's probably the worst one of the lot. Oh, this one as well. That's probably the worst one of the lot. But honestly, that's as bad as this map gets. Okay? There's really nothing any worse than that. So you can sit back and enjoy. Put your feet up. Take your shoes off. No. Put your shoes back on. Thank you. Right, where were we? Crossing the river there. We're staying elevated here as we cross the railway, and it's just so smooth. These highways are so smooth. They're like caramel highways. Anyways, as the sirens go past my window. Now have a look at this. There is a little problem here. If you're coming in on that left route, you cannot exit on that right route. You see that? Yeah. Pause it, have a look. Anyway, that's a minor grumble. Every other connection there connects up, including doing the reverse sweep of that. Nice little creek going underneath the highway there. So yes, that's a minor grumble. Anyways, rail. Rail is, well, if the highway's going to be like caramel, slightly bigger glitching along the rail here. Also, the catenaries. Yesterday, Is that pronounced right? I don't know, I always get that wrong. Anyway, yeah, yesterday these were missing, and I said it was probably my fault. This was desert quatrefoil yesterday, and I said it's probably my fault. I had a bad feeling it was my fault. Guess what? It was my fault. So no fault of the map maker there. We go into the power lines with the trees here. Yeah, yesterday I managed, I don't even remember activating it, but the catenary replacer I had set to none. So no problem at all with the map maker. That was, I just knew it was my fault. I just don't remember doing it. Weird. Anyway, I've got quite a few trees overhanging the power lines here. But like I say, it looks really good. I just wish it wasn't, because oh my god, this would be perfect otherwise. Absolutely perfect. So nicely done. Just all of them just creeping onto the rail there. Need somebody from maintenance to come and snip them back a bit. The secateurs. Hey, where were we? So we're getting towards the fog now, so I'll tell you what, let's prepare ourselves for what is actually a very interesting asset today. Very interesting. Nothing else quite like it on the workshop. Right, so today's asset is actually parking. Okay, and you say, well, there's loads of parking bays, BonBonB. What are you talking about? Not like these. These are so good. Like, I would say, first of all, you say, but no, we've seen this before. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. In fact, I'm going to actually do a little... I think that's a 5-minute special video on this, possibly even for tonight. These you plop down, you place the parking on top. The vehicles actually use the parking bays, as you can see there. They're not props, those are actually vehicles using the parking bays. I put them all down here so that cars would actually come down and use them. You've got options for, well, different sorts of parking bays, including your disabled bays. You've got your electrical charging bays there as well, like that. And we've also got... yeah, see that? Lovely, lovely, nicely done. And we've also got all connected up via these roads. And honestly, they are beautiful. Really, really perfect. This is what we've been waiting for, guys. This is what we've been waiting for. Parking lot roads by Baddie Deer. Baddie Deer, thank you so very much. And watch out for the special video. Not made it yet. Anytime soon, though. Anytime soon. And over to Themington, where we have a look at Fissures with realistic 1.2 LUT in the ore area. No, the oil area. Boom, there you go, done. That's it. That's all you're getting. I'll tell you what, I'm saving so much time. Not spending an hour a day making these theme reviews anymore. It's brilliant. Yeah, shipping routes. Nah, you can't go wrong with shipping routes here. Look, absolutely spot on perfect. Cannot go wrong with the shipping routes on this map. We'll follow around here, around this island. This one goes off to the fog that way, and these two routes go in and go cross-country through the mud banks and the marshes. Can't go wrong, cannot go wrong. Cross-country through the trees there. And when we switch this on and off, you can see that. There you go. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think you're going to have to dredge that area out and dig it in to be some proper docks. That. Oops. Oopsie, Baddie. Raffa, not Baddie Deer, did the asset, didn't he? Water flow. Water flow. Well, no problem with water flow. You can't really see much in the way of arrows here because it's fairly slow and steady. But there's plenty of water coming in. And yeah, as long as you're not too crazy with the water pumping. This isn't the deepest of rivers. But it is moving. So sewage outlet is not a problem. And then we get out to where it widens up here, where it might slow to a still, but it's not. It's still moving. And out here, we've got water coming in from the side, and it's being pushed around this way, away from our outlet. And you can just about make out, yeah, the arrows are, well, the arrows there are pushing the water around. It's all good. Now look at the build plane. Look at this. It's beautiful. So much beauty in this map. Basically, the curves and everything is so smooth. Look at the detailing here. Look at this. I mean, we're not talking about absolutely pristine, perfect lines here. We're talking beautiful lines. They're not. They're just off of perfect, which makes them feel real. You don't want perfection. You don't want perfection because perfection just looks like a robot's made it. This is lovely. Look at this. Little pond, lots of reeds, few stones, nice and shallow, see the bottom, nice trees. Over here, another little pond, big rock, lots of reeds, a few more trees. Over here, big clump of trees. See, they're all different, and I like that. Temptation to just copy everything across? Yeah, glad we avoided that. Now over here, I'm really sad that the game engine has decided that this is waterlogged area, therefore killing the trees. I can't blame Raffa for this. That is just poor game engine, I'm afraid. There's no reason why you can't have trees growing there, and I'm not going to fault Raffa. There weren't any trees in the water. There are one or two trees that had dipped their trunks. They're not elephants. They're dipping their trunks in the water. But yes, just a little bit of water reaching the base of the trunks along here. Thank you very much, Mr. Rumbly Vehicle outside. Right, where were we? I don't know if you could ever hear these, but I'll tell you what, it's really loud in here when they go past. Loads of bill plane. Loads and loads of bill plane. Trees marking the areas where you want to stop building, where it's going up into the hills and into the fog. So that's just really good aesthetic work. Really good aesthetic work. I cannot overstate it enough. This island out here with nothing on it at all. Do you know what? Yeah, no problem with that. Maybe some shrubs would have been nice, but not essential. Works fine for me. We've got trees down here by the waterfront. Trees going in on this little creek area there. Where there obviously was once a river or a stream. It's so well done. And then we got obviously a little bit of detailing down here. Another little pond with lots of rocks around it in this. So the detailing's well, when the effort's been put in, it's top of the marks. It really is. And like I say, the roads are like caramel. Very nice indeed. Well, we're going to settle down here, I think, and give this thing some marks, because do you know what? I think shall we? Well, we just find somewhere. It's too close to the weeds. So find a spot. No, here. That'll do nicely. Right, aesthetically, I'm not going to waste your time. It's 5 stars, straight in. Detailing, where it's excellent, it is truly excellent and 5 stars. You might want to connect up that highway that doesn't connect into the opposite direction, and you're going to have to sort out possibly the shipping if you want to have docks in the area which is marked out for docks, which isn't suitable for docks. Other than that, yeah, 4 stars for detail. Gameplay potential, once again, you might want to dig out those docks. Other than that, it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I think just because of the docks will drop it to 4 stars, but other than that, this would be a 5-star map. So 5, 4 and 4 for Rolling Hedgehogs Coast by Raffa, and I'm going to give it, wait for it, the BonBonB seal of approval. You kind of knew that was coming, didn't you? Yeah. Superb map, Raffa. Superb. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget you can have a look over on Patreon at the full maps list from both last year and this year. Catch up on anything that you think you missed out on. And yeah, click the links on the screen to see more videos. Click the big circle to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for yet another map in the What Map series. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.